Hey, now, yeah. So, I'll carry on from where I was. So, what we got to do when we actually listen to things is somehow understand them at the same time. There's got to be that understanding when we either listen or see things or read things. There's got to be that understanding of ourselves as actually being aware of what we're doing. So basically, so as long as you are aware of what you're doing, then you should be able to realize how to understand it, how to understand everything you're listening to, and everything that you're reading or watching as well. Um, we must actually realize that we're actually listening to it correctly, or watching it or reading it correctly. We must actually see that, because as soon as we know we're listening to it correctly, then we know we can understand it correctly, and they're linked very closely together. They're linked as one, and so as long as you know you're actually listening in the only way you can. The only way you can listen. There is only one way you can do that. There is only one way. There isn't another way. There isn't another way. Because otherwise you wouldn't be here doing it. You see what I mean? You wouldn't be here actually listening if there was another way. You would be somewhere else doing it another way. You would be somewhere else. So as long as you actually know you're listening to it correctly, then obviously that is what understanding is all about. There is no better understanding than that of everything, everything. And it can lead to a greater love of other people especially, and the way they behave, the way the male and female are separated, the way you can be actually aware of doing what you actually want, being aware of actually making what you want happen, instead of encouraging what you want to happen, encouraging it, instead of actually saying or thinking, well, actually I'm trying to do that but I can't do it. Instead of thinking that, just encourage what you want to happen. Make all the negative aspects of everything you think is not right, turn it into good. Now, turn it straight into good. Turn it into good. Make all the negativity become positive. And you can't do that straight away. You can't do that because it takes time. It takes a little bit of time. And I mean, maybe you can do it straight away. Obviously, that would be a bonus if you could. But if you can't do it straight away, remember that's what you got to work on. That is a process of your will and your love for something better, and that can be anything really. That can be an argument you see happening between two people, or I mean that's an extreme sense. That's an extreme case where it might not be good to interfere. But really, if you can see that a bit of music is negative or something, a bit of music or a band is negative. I mean, they can be really bad. Some music can be really bad. I will admit that. And it's very difficult to actually encourage anything when you've got nothing to start with. So you've got to have a starting point. You've got to have a way of actually interacting with what you want to change. You've got to have a way of making what you see as negative into something positive. You can't do it if something is so bad that you can't actually interact with it. It's very difficult to actually change anything that is that bad. So, but remember that if you can actually, oh God, what's happening? My phone's just fallen down. If you can actually realise that you are listening correctly, and you don't have to worry about anything else. There's nothing else to worry about. You find the jester behind everything. You find the joker in your life. You find the jester, the joker of the universe, hiding behind the understanding you thought was just about you. You thought it was all about you, but It was actually a joker in the universe. Someone put a joker in the universe, and it's up to us to laugh with him, and see that he was really, our smile, our smile and our love, Okay, I've said enough. I'll quickly change this over, and so I can't think of anything else. I'll give you a rough estimate of the time. It's now 7 minutes to 9. 7 minutes to 9 on Tuesday, the 11th of June. 7 minutes to 9 in the evening, so it's 8:53. 8:53 in the evening, Tuesday, the 11th of June. Okay, I love to everyone, and catch you later. Right.